Hello, folks. I'm back. Cheers. All right. Here's the current plan. I'm going to add a few more tags in here. We're going to get ourselves pretty much a full profile of this thing. And we're going to figure out where we're leaking all the perf and hopefully start optimizing some stuff. That is the plan. Now, I think we can also start deleting some just other crap that we don't need. Don't need this. Whole bunch of crap. Alright, so is there anything under this? We're still ignoring the... Yeah, we're still going to ignore the environment in these profiles for now. Let's just do... This will be train misc. Oh, puff advantage? We can do puff advantage. Is the puffer advantage? Hey, off market. Welcome. Congrats on your internship. But didn't you say you were still... Were you not the guy that was in high school? No, I was someone else, right? High school is weird in Europe. Well, congrats then, man. Work hard. Try not to bungle too much social stuff, though it's expected at your age. I definitely did. Try to produce something of real value to them. I'm surprised that Palantir takes foreign interns. Defense company, no? But hey, good on you. For some reason, defense gets a bad rap among a lot of CS people. And I honestly think it's just because it's a bunch of wimps. Like, defense tech is not exactly a bad thing. It's actually quite good. 67. Well, here's the thing I'll tell you about socials, right? I never had them growing up. They're awful. They are just so terrible. But at the same time, look at this. I have built in the last couple of years, by posting mostly technical content, this is probably the largest pure reinforcement learning following out there. This has gotten me like quite a substantial amount of real business via inquiries from interested companies about our professional stuff. It has replaced traditional advertising. It's meant that I haven't had to hire a salesperson, and it's gotten me a lot of contacts as well. So like X in general, the less you use it, like the less you compulsively scroll it, the better. But it is genuinely just indispensable at this point. It's the best thing to have happened to startups. And this number is something that you take with you, like this audience, across many different things that you can do. And it genuinely just gives you a leg up on getting the word out there about any new cool stuff that you're doing. This is very, very valuable. Like, the thing is, the number's not comparable to if like you're a fitness influencer or something. Okay, that's one thing. But if you have a large following in a very specific technical area, like this is very, very useful. I'd suggest articles. A lot of my follows came from articles. Like if you write a good article on a topic, you know, some of these 475K views, and then I can like, I especially like that I can point people to these, right? I can like send people over to these. And sometimes the thing is, like, actually cool people on X, the coolest thing I think that has ever happened was Carmack retweeting this article saying that it's good advice. That's basically the proudest thing that I have. Because, like, you know, that's somebody I just genuinely have so much respect for. Read it yesterday. Yeah, I would highly suggest that you keep coming back to that post every so often, because it's one thing to read it and it's one thing to like fully understand it. Like a lot of the lines in that post are not just me casually telling you something. It's like if I can't possibly shout it any louder, right? It's like this one thing, if you do this wrong, you will waste 2,000 hours of your life on something completely worthless, and it will make you miserable. Yeah, sure. I mean, you realize that most of the reason I stream is so I can chat with people who are interested in getting into this stuff, who are using my things and like have questions. And hey, we get a lot of new people as well. I've had a couple high school students start building stuff around Puffer as well. It's not too early to start on this stuff. Some of the math is going to be a little early, but like learning some low-level dev, jamming some simple environments, you can totally do that. Worth going to China for university? What? Since when has anybody said that, man? Who on earth told you that? Like, no? Where on earth did you get that? Holy hell. That's gotta be one of the nuttiest questions I've gotten. My criticism of the US education does not imply that I think that other places have better. I got Oxford here. Why would you say China instead of like America, dude? Like why? It's a bit confusing. We've got a lot of problems, but I still think it's the best country on earth. Like, there's a lot of stuff you can like. There's so much opportunity in the U.S. Um, it's the easiest place in the world to start and build companies. Like, you can be a technical person, like a very good technical person that is barely passable business-wise, and you can build something awesome. Yeah. EU in general is UK and EU in general are absolutely terrible for that. That's not politics, that's just law. That's like objective business law. There are more hoops to jump through. I started Puffer 2 years ago and we have a profitable business. Good growth. Awesome, awesome science progress. And I also have no idea what's wrong with the UK compensation, but nobody makes any money over there. It's like they just do not value talent whatsoever. It's nuts. Good scholarship. If you need a scholarship and are like and need to take like a not top well, I guess it depends who I'm talking to. If you're good enough to get into a top school in the US, obviously do that. If you need a scholarship and can get somewhere that'll give you one, like well, the top ones usually give need-based aid anyways, but if you can do that, like getting to the US is very useful. Very, very useful. It's just that like honestly, I know a lot of people that didn't go to top universities. It's just the thing is the university is going to help you a lot less, right? So more of what is just done for you is going to be on you to go and get. You know, like coming from a Stanford degree or an MIT degree, you're basically at least guaranteed an interview anywhere you want, and like a fast tracked one at a lot of places. You don't just get your resume ignored forever. Um, It's way easier to fundraise. Just because the thing is, like they get so much volume that the credentials check is just the easiest way for them to filter. So some of that stuff is harder, but just being in the US in general, at least there is opportunity here, even if it is harder. And there just ain't in EU for the most part. Undergrad from Stanford, PhD, how are you? That's a way to address me. I'm Joseph. Hello. Yeah, I've seen you in chat. Aren't the fees crazy? You mean the tuition fees? For undergrad, yes. The top schools have the top schools have a lot of need-based aid though. It's not true for the worst schools. But the top schools they don't just give you loans, they give you financial aid, right? So you don't end up with a whole bunch of debt. Yeah. It's definitely worth looking into at the least. Again, if you're of the caliber that you can get in to the top places, that is, right? Dramatically diminishing returns lower, but then depending on other prospects. I mean, Oxford is also great. Like, if you can just go to Oxford, that's also great. I mean, you can also do like undergrad there and then come here for grad school or come here for like, to join a startup or whatever else. I do think that generally prospects, if you get to the US at some point, are way better. It's also just a pretty great country. It's a big country. Like, you can kind of pick wherever you want to be. There's kind of an area that's like that. I'm in Florida right now. It's super chill. I've got a good gym here, a bunch of good food, but other than that, I got peace and quiet. And I still have the business laws, right? So I can like build my company from right here. Munich is the best in Europe. Haven't been there. No idea. I've been to a bunch of places in Europe, though. I'm not just totally speaking out of my ass. Been around, Paris, London, full Mediterranean coast, a few other countries. SF overhyped. Yeah, SF is a mess. So basically, you go to SF if you want to join the rat race and win it. My favorite saying is that the winner of a rat race is a rat. So I'm not an SF. And I still build build real stuff. Family's doing well. So, hey, that guy, welcome. What we got here? We got a profile. All right, so we have 5.3, 2.4, 7.7, 8.7, 9, 9.5. So this is 95% plus of the 10-second profile. So I pretty much caught everything. Berlin. You assume people just want to work for companies, though. If you want to start companies, US. Jane Street? Why Jane Street? Oh yeah, you like quant stuff, right? Yeah. I work with like a few cool finance startups. I think I've developed a pretty negative opinion of big like big finance over the years, just from the type of people I've met. %10 on outputs. Really? What are you doing, Sahil? This is text string. Train misc. No. Puff advantage is pretty quick. What is this rollout copy outputs taking? Oh no, that's expected, right? Not exactly. I'm just doing a hard synchronize. So it's not actually grouping by graphs. I just like came up with some labels. So this is the profile is adding overhead via the syncs here. I wonder actually how fast this is. Use the RL. Well, how am I supposed to do that? What do you mean have I used the RL on League of Legends? Visa to work in the US is not easy. It is if you're good. And not if you're good and you don't happen to be on the list of like countries where it's really difficult to get a visa from, right? Most of Europe not that hard. Okay, so we're taking like some sort of a perf hit, 10% on profile, but that should still be pretty accurate. Let me see what we got here. Okay, so these are non-blocking. Let me see, copy. Non-blocking is true. How much of this is just obs? No, is this Oligma Sahil? How do I get good? Start contributing to Puffer. I mean, that is a way to learn stuff, right? If you're interested in what I work on. You can follow my general programming guide, which is just do a bunch of projects and it gives you some general advice. If you're interested in RL specifically, we have a bunch of stuff to work on that will involve low-level dev and some AI. I'm not going to say that doing stuff on my project is the only way to get good. It is a pretty unique it's a pretty unique thing if you're interested in this area specifically, though, and it does teach you some general skills. I don't have any courses to sell you, right? Wait, did this? Oh, hang on. So it was 10.7% before, 1 second worth of time. I won't have courses to sell. My content is free. I don't really have any, like, I don't really see the point of trying to monetize users. I'd rather just keep all my stuff free and charge companies. You know? Ooh, did that, that's weird, right? That can't be right. Hang on. Can that be correct? Hang on. Something should not be that slow, but it is. Why is the standard deviation so high? No idea. It's kind of cool though that we're gonna have this whole thing and we just don't need torch compile anymore. Because honestly, torch compile is just so bad. Okay, so this is updating correctly. Wait, this is 2.5%. What? Oh, this is a graph state, I suppose. Then what is taking all the time on this? Right? Actions? Eh? Is it not the obs taking the time? It's so weird. Let me just double check. Can you link me that, please? Because that's actually a huge bottleneck that I have right now. And the doing a custom kernel for that is like awful. Like that's probably the last remaining thing that I have that I just don't know what the hell to do about. That would be incredibly useful. Yes, RMS norm is like ludicrously slow. It's actually a bottleneck in both what we're doing and for a couple companies using our stuff. Oh, 1.3? Ah, dude. It's like way slow. Do you really need RMS norm? Is there not like another thing you can just do? Why the hell do we need these stupid norm layers anyways? Okay, so this is odd to me that it's basically the same latency with or without the obs copy. DSLs for kernels. Mojo's a company's language. I doubt that. One of the DSLs. I mean, people use Triton at the moment. I really don't enjoy Triton. Man. The thing is, CUDA, it's like NVIDIA hardware only. But, meh. Read the paper. Well, obviously, I read the paper like many years ago. Yeah, keep within stable bounds or whatever, but can we do that thing without having an incredibly slow, stupid operation that takes like a 2 million step per second bite out of our performance to do nothing? No flops worth of actual work. Also, why is there not an instruction to do a copy and cast at the same time? Is that dumb? That might be dumb, I don't know. Okay, so this is still... Huh. How can this be slow, dude? It's a weird thing to be slow. I want to pray. Is that faster? Needed. Not needed compared. Well, I don't believe that it's not the compute intensity of the norm op that is doing anything, man. It's literally, I guarantee you, it's just some researchers tried out some norms. They saw that it made the network do better without regard to flops, not understanding what a kernel even is, and then everybody started using it. Like, I doubt that it's not like really there's been a lot of work on how do we get these norms that are actually able to be implemented in a way that is efficient. Like literally the multiple teams that were working on, there's one specific project that they didn't even realize that their norms were slow for months. And people just don't think about this stuff. You know, I kind of want to try something. I'm trying to think how I do it. The backward pass for RMS norm is just awful. If you work it out, it's awful. I wonder if it's this action buffer. This is int64. I wonder if there's just some weird thing with int64. Well, but like that guy, you get cross terms in the gradient. So it's like pretty easy to do the forward. There's one annoying sync point, but then it's pretty easy to do the forward. but the backward is just friggin' terrible. For RMS Storm, I don't remember if I did. But like, I didn't mean it's awful compute. Like, I mean if you're gonna go try to do a custom kernel to do it faster, like even writing out those ops is horrible. See, it's like a flat profile. That took a little bite out of it. I bet it's just all these dumb strided copies, right? Let's make sure it's not the cast real quick. This might just break. I've been thinking of restructuring this for a while. It's kind of a subtle point, but so the way I have it now, you need to do a strided copy in order to set all these, like when you're moving stuff around here. Strided copy is not ideal. I should probably just go write a test. Flash norm. Arn followed by linear. Is there an implementation? Does this need a kernel? How does this work if it doesn't need a kernel? Oh, it's in TT. Wait, transformer tricks. What? Wait. Okay, I'll have to look at this thing. I think it might be okay if we do this and then linear. I think right now we're doing norm and skip connect, but like we can mess with the architecture to see what works. See if this runs or crashes. This might just crash. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can run this that will just like test the striding. It should be way faster, no? Yeah, okay, so it's not the casts. The casts are not slow. It's gotta just be these shredded copies. I'm trying to think if there's a way I can figure that out. Just like, let me think. Select 1 and H. I wonder if I do 0. If I just do this, maybe it breaks, maybe it doesn't, right? Like, this is obviously wrong. But if it'll just, like, do the memory copy, I just need it to do the copy and not crash for the speed test. Because, like, I was thinking of basically transposing our rollout buffer, which would cut down quite a lot on this form of overhead. I have a feeling this is like, no, it's run. Yeah, okay, so it crashed. It didn't run. I mean, I can write a quick test probably, right? Here. Actually, this is, I probably can, alright. LM lovers, we will use the LM for once. If it messes this up though, I don't even know what to say. Let's see. If I use Sonnet, I think people will complain even less. For whatever reason. Do people think Sonnet is better than Grok 4.1? I don't know. When I've tried them, they both just sucked. But whatever, we'll try this. This actually probably should work. I'll actually be surprised because this is so simple. Can you just set the memory layout? Or set. Wait, can it, was it tab port set column major would be it, right? Row major. Oh, we could do that. That actually makes sense, doesn't it? Well, this is incredibly simple. Okay. Did it actually run it? No, it didn't actually run it. Fuel. Why is it the same speed? Fast any good? I'm using Sonnet because at the moment, because people complain when I use Grok, just to show whether it's any better. I doubt it is. That would be very surprising to me if this profile is the case. I bet it's cached. H. Hang on. MS. Actually, I can just mess with it, right? Well, at the very least, the test that Sonnet gave me was complete bullshit because it was just spending half the time in a dot item call. So, lo and behold, I give it something incredibly simple and it's still totally stupid. I don't know if it changes the qualitative result, but the execution was total bullshit. So good job. Got CUDA on here. Yeah, using device CUDA. Narrow. Wait, dot narrow. 0. Block size. Yeah, that's fine. Can this possibly be optimized? Like, so there is a channels last. But why is his profile giving us the exact same speed? Yeah, I remember that. But I'm trying to figure out, yo, that guy, wouldn't you expect row major copy to be way faster than column major copy? Should I just do like rand and source box? Still in a system of warp. I'd be surprised. You see anything wrong with this test? Oh wait, it's warming up. Profile. I bet you it's caching shit. Yeah, I bet you it's caching everything. Because it didn't fill the data. No, apparently not. Maybe? Hang on. No. 10x size. Well, that's not the actual size I'm using, right? But I like fair point. You think that this fits in memory? Now it says column major is faster, which doesn't make any bloody sense. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how column major is faster than all these. Let me just double check. I just do this. It's not caching. It's gonna be contiguous, dude. These are new tensors. These are brand new tensors. They're allocated contiguous. Oh, wait. Is this thing? No, it's fine. Mhm. Does it make sense that this is? Obs dim 1 mil. Why would I do that? If it doesn't make a difference on things this small, this is gonna like be, I don't know, how much memory is this? Yeah, that's too much, dude. Still too much. And there we go. Major. See, column major is still faster in this. I mean, it should just be freaking memory, right? Like 2D, 1D, it's all just memory. I was looking for like a 10% perf win, because I have some copies in the C++ that should nowhere near be as slow as they are. Decides to be intelligent, I don't know. Well, hang on, it's queuing all of them, right? What if you have to sync? What if we do this? There we go. Column major very slightly faster. New calls in watch iteration. Select and narrow don't copy though, dude. So select and narrow, this is the same as doing fancy indexing. Like, this is the same as doing of like colon one, was it colon one? No, colon H. And then this one is the same as doing like H colon. And then narrow is like the same as doing from like, what is this? From this, like this colon this. Yeah, it should be a way bigger difference, right? Okay. Let's just take this non-blocking stuff out real quick. Because I'm like, I'm worried it's queuing stuff and not synchronizing somehow. But I would expect a huge difference, wouldn't you? Like, unless we're just profiling overhead. We could totally just be profiling overhead. Let's just do 1, 2, 4. I mean, there is a speed up, but it's like negligible. Oh, unless this narrow... What if I just don't do this narrow op? This could be messing it up, right? Wait, go away, bot. Copy underscore. Only 17% difference. Or 1% difference. Could you not make, it's a new call. Could you not just make one obs block? Wait, I think a narrow. Select our narrow. What do you mean? Make one obs block. The point of this is that to test row major versus column major copy speed. Anybody else done this? It's probably flattening and copying over. Yeah, but it should be non-contiguous target memory address, right, that guy? That should be substantially slower now. Just try to copy. Column, then row. Yeah, I did that. Oops, not that one. Other way. Doesn't make a difference. Same thing. Column's still faster here. But it's not a big diff. Market puffer is game dev. I do say that. And it is game dev. Like, you literally just do chill low-level game dev, and then you also train AI on it at 10,000 times real speed. Okay, well, I guess the alternative is to ask, why the hell is this slow then? If this should be like native copy speed, right? I mean, we can comment these clamps. Let's just do these ones, right? See if these buffers are any good. Oops. Dispatch and view overhead. Mostly benefit. So that is totally possible. The better thing would be to set it up, I suppose, in C++. But you're still going to have the dispatch overhead, right? Let me run one more thing and then I'll go back to it. Hang on. I forget it's a CUDA operation. You're right. So I could do it on CPU and that would give me some timings. But it is literally just going to be the... Well, no, wait, the dispatch should be milliseconds. How long? We should look how long this copy is expected to take. Okay, 6.2% is still, so it's like a very linear flat profile on this thing. Okay. We'll do it on CPU. That should be correct, right? Way slower. Way slower. Well, now they're both super slow, but they're the same speed. Let's go back to our real data. I think it's 119. Yeah, so these are like same. Am I totally wrong to think that I thought it was way faster to do like a row major copy. But from this profile, it looks to be the same. There should be no dispatch in here. Profile may reveal more. Well, like, is there a way I can test it here? You know, I bet there is a way I can test it here real quick. I bet I can. Hang on. Where's the obs buffer get set? Oh, it gets passed in. Single large copy, but that's not the case I'm profiling for, Nicholas. Okay, so the way that we test this, I believe, so we're gonna do this. These ones. We make them here. In memory, true. Why the hell would that matter? It's device-device transfer. So this should do something, right? Just see if we get a very different profile out of this. Is that very different? 5.7. No, basically the same. So it really seems like there's not a huge amount to gain. But then why? Wait, this is 27 microseconds. Isn't it? Oh. Wait, nanoseconds. Yeah, this is 27 microseconds. How does that make sense? That's tiny. Hey, Jess. Yeah, this was my bad. I didn't read the unit. This is tiny, tiny. So then how? Okay, then, but wait, this is super fast. Huh? So even if we do push, wait, what? And wait, that's kind of crazy, isn't it? How is it? Whoa, our forward pass is really fast then, isn't it? Isn't that what's happening? Is just our forward pass is like stupid fast? Let me recompile this with the full I was thinking like, oh, our copy is slow, but actually I think it's just that everything else is really fast. Like see. Yeah, just not true. You dumb. Heh. Mm-hmm. Okay, so wait, instances is 18,000 instances. It's about right, isn't it, for 76 million steps? Wait, 130 microseconds. Shit, that's just like, dude. Hundred and 30 microseconds. Huh. Any merit to buying one of these AI subscriptions? Missing out. I mean, go use one of the free ones for a bit and see how you like it. Right? Like, if you use it and you like it, like a $20 a month sub is a perfectly fine thing to get. I don't think that you would need a $200 a month sub. I'm kind of just mentally trying to reprocess this. Can you graph this? Actually, that's another LLM question. Buffer copy path is efficient, not necessarily. Wait, what? This shows the buffer copy path itself, but not necessarily really say much about the full forward pass. Wait, Nicholas, this is saying look, this is that my entire model forward pass is 130 microseconds, right? So all this is saying is my model is really fast. It's not that the copies are super slow. This is only 53 microseconds. It's just that this is so well optimized that by comparison, yeah, this is actually substantial overhead, right? I see, it's trying to graph the entire loop. Flawed. Are you shitting me, dude? Fine. I'm just gonna show you that this is like, it's the same shit. Same input. Okay, this is the exact same output the other model gave me, dude. It just gave me the exact same thing. Okay, I don't have a sub yet. I said I was going to do this on stream next week, or I guess now this week. But like, I just want to understand what is going through your head that you think that like the more intelligent model fixes this. Like, is this problem a black box to you? Because like, I don't know that there is a reasonable other solution to the problem as phrased that I have not thought of. Like, I think I'm gonna have to reframe or something. Like, I could make 128 graphs. Why is he still employed by Anthropic then? You think that the big companies like employ all good people? No, that's not how it works. Tired as hell? I went to the gym for a good couple hours. Ran 8-minute pace 5K, did some heavy bench, took a couple plates, did some super light squats because I haven't done that in a year. I'm getting back into it. A few other things. Let me think how I want to solve this. You can't, that's the thing, Jess, is you can't because it's compute bound. This is why RL is so cool. Because I'm not compute bound. It's like, it's just skill bound, basically, and eng bound. Small models for specific tasks. Hey, what do you know? That's what RL does. Though not for text tasks, right? They're mostly for fiddly unintuitive optimization problems, which is a lot of different areas. That is what I'm working on. Okay, so before I go ahead and do this, like, I could make 128 graphs here, right? Like, people see this. You know, I could just graph this op for each H. Wait, why is it? Uh-oh. Wait, 10 is... Wait, I'm confused. Amount time to instantiate a graph dominates the run time cost of adopting a graph. Ah, yes, this is fine. First CPU repeat. Why is this scale this way? Run even empty kernels take time. Noticeable. Can somebody explain this to me? The whole fucking point of this, right, is like, it's not supposed to scale like this, isn't it? Can Grok follow links? I think it can, right? I think I am reading it wrong because the graphs imply different, right? Repeat launch. Yeah, so repeat launch CPU overhead. Device runtime. Oh wait, repeat launch. Prompt and get work done isn't. The fuck? Yeah, that's fucked. Wait, the repeat launch device runtime. Where is repeat launch? Did they just not put this in here? So wait, they're saying on 12.6, CPU overhead at repeat launches of straight line graphs with large straight line topology. Right? Straight line graphs, every node is a single dependent node except for the last node. Launching a graph that has already been uploaded to the device. I think this is fine. I got 20 minutes. Do you guys think I can trace 128 graphs in I mean, we can try it, right? Yeah, it's not that hard, I think, right? Here. Let's just do a quick trace. Plus 10% should be. Almost plus 10%. In one batch. Yeah, it's 128 graphs in a batch, and you get to reuse them, so copy graphs. Call. Ugh. Yeah, so I have to do it. It is super annoying. We'll do it quick, and then I'll come fix it later. But I just want to see if this fixes. Like, I want to see if things are sane in CUDAGraph land. And then we just move yeah, so this thing gets moved. Nope. Cold showers and cold water in general is a great way to reduce muscle growth and make yourself uncomfortable for no reason when if you're going to be uncomfortable, like be more uncomfortable in training. I'd rather train hard and then like take a nice warm shower. Thank you very much. Yeah, it turns out stoicism type stuff just doesn't work because you can train hard and you can have a lot of discipline, but if that's all you do, you just have depression because there's just nothing to look forward to. So, yeah. Labs hire people who actually know linear algebra. Knowing linear algebra is not really it's not exactly the bottleneck. Like pretty much everybody knows linear algebra. It's mostly that nobody can write decent code. No shower equal pro isn't a signal will. I ran 8-minute pace 5K at the gym today. Rep 225 bench. Squat was terrible, like 210 for I don't know 6 or 8. But I have not squatted in literally a year, so old max was 325 on that. Put the effort into training. Don't put the effort into torturing yourself for literally no reason. There are not even substantial recovery benefits to that. Nope, not at all. Bisect I do occasionally use. Cherry pick I never use. It always just messes crap up. Enjoy sauna? I don't enjoy sauna. I have a hot tub. Well, at least I do in California. I will have one at the warehouse soon. Hot tub is good. Honestly, the best thing for recovery, like you can look it up, it's just being able to actually relax. So whatever you do that you actually enjoy and just relaxes you is pretty much it. And get sleep and food, obviously. What do we think, guys? Is this completely stupid? And just hard code some stuff. How does this stuff all get passed in? Oh, it does get all passed in. Put this on creation, yeah? 2 and go to bed at 5. Yeah, that's rough. Like, do you have a good diet? Do you eat well? Well, I guess meds can, yeah, screw you. That's not just like a diet and eat well thing. Kind of hacking this thing to pieces, but I kind of want to try this, and I gotta run for dinner. Actually, I gotta go for dinner in 5 minutes. Shoot. Let me see if I can get this to run. Work, gym, run. I mean, games are kind of a vice for me, I suppose, for when I'm really tired. I did my thesis on MMOs. You think I'd played a fair bit of them if I wrote my thesis on AI and MMOs? Like, yeah. Right. Other than that, I listen to audiobooks mostly while I'm working out and doing other stuff. And that's pretty much it. I try not to like add a ton of other things into my life. You know, this is really my main focus. Oh, we don't need this. Good thing I caught this crap. Post gym. Yeah, but I gotta go for dinner in a few. I was just doing a couple quick things. I think we do actually have something here though, right? Like, ignore the fact that it's a total mess for now, right? I can leave that as is, actually. RL courses and textbooks. I'm not actually aware of any good ones, is the problem. Check my RL guide from a list of resources. It's on X. Don't you have a girl? Yeah, you asked for hobbies, though. That's not a hobby. How have I not asked you this yet? What do you think about Rich Sutton? Rich Sutton is cool. Like, obviously, you have to give the guy a huge amount of respect for his contributions to the foundations of RL. It's the godfather of the field. I didn't listen to his Dwarcraft one though. Like, I listened to him give an actual technical talk at RLC. So I think that's going to be way more representative. The current stuff he's working on is kind of high level and abstracted. At least like his public stuff. I don't know what he's doing with Keen. Though they have produced some of the better RL stuff out there, it's just in a very different direction from what I'm currently interested in. Does everyone eat meat for breakfast? Yeah, protein good for you. Steak and eggs, man. And let me just get this last chunk of thing done. And we should be good. Okay. Yeah, so we want to have auto ops buffer. Get the policy. Vec. Do you need Vec? Why did it do that? No, you don't need Vec at all. Actually, wait, you don't even need the policy. We're good, right? What about buff state? What do you do? That. Mostly. Gym good. Both pretty focused. I really don't want like a lot of other things in my life. I mean, like what I'm working on is incredibly meaningful to me. You know, the field is a different field because of this library than it was 2 years ago by a huge margin. You know, we have RL in applications where it would have never been before. We have a clear path forward as well. What is this chat? I have no idea, man. I'm just casually answering shit while I try to trace 128 CUDAGraphs, so I think I gotta go. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish this later. The plan is just that, the plan is we're just gonna trace. There are only 128 graphs, so I don't know if there's weird caching or stuff, if there's a max number, but I think I just trace all 128 graphs. It'll take like, you know, a tiny fraction of a second to do that at startup. And then I think that should crush this 57 ms down to like 5 or 10. So we should get probably like plus 5 to 700,000 steps per second train out of that. And then there are a few little chunks of overhead here, and then there's kernel op, but that should mostly get us to 10 mil. Oh, cool. All right, for everyone watching, thanks for tuning in. I will be live, should be streaming all day tomorrow, I think, depending. Still subject to schedule. Oops, not that. If you're interested in my stuff, puffer.ai, please star the puffer. Feed the puffer a star on GitHub. It actually really helps me a lot. It's free. Other than that, join Discord if you want to get involved. Follow me on X for more RL content, including articles. I've got a